In 2015, I bought 100 acres of Dominican jungle. It wasn't a fantasy, it was mud, machetes, and a feeling that life needed to get simpler. This is a story about a river, a farm, and neighbors who said yes. And at the end, I'll invite you to come experience what real living feels like. I didn't set out to find a new life. I set out to find barbecued pork with some surf buddies. An hour from the break, we rolled into Madre Vieja, the old mother, and the place hit me straight in the chest. The system back home felt off, and I wanted some distance. I was a gringo in the hills, more guest than owner. Lynn, my very loving and patient wife, wasn't crazy about the idea, but she was willing to give me some room. We didn't know if we could make it work, but we started anyway. Below the farm, there's a bridge over a river the color of a dream. On good days, Lynn and I would stop to swim. The water is cool and clear, and sometimes the wind knocks hog plums, jobos, from the trees and they drift right into your hands. It's magic. Most summer days, the community comes to celebrate. Families cooking, kids playing, and bachata at a volume that probably shaved a year off my hearing and gave them a great afternoon. The only downside was the mess. The bridge had been a dumping spot for years. People told me, "You'll never change it." The river didn't belong to me, and that was the point. If anything was going to change, it had to be all of us. I called Franklin, a local artist with real soul, and asked for a painting that told the truth. He made a 4 by 8 foot river scene, beauty on top, garbage on the bottom, with a single question across the top. ¿Es esto lo que queremos? Is this what we want? A week later, I saddled up for a cold Presidente at the Colmado past the bridge. When I rounded the bend, I saw my neighbors and a few kids, heads together, trying to rig the painting into a tree right by the river. I tipped my hat, gave a thumbs up, and kept riding. On the way back, the painting was up, 15 feet high, asking its question to everyone who crossed. The three of us, my neighbors and I, agreed to fund a full-time person to keep the area clean and encourage visitors to pitch in. Then we met with the mayor of Sosua. I used some political capital from our sustainable project and asked for help. To my surprise, the mayor said yes, and Fausto from his office got involved. 3 years later, the bridge is still spotless. 2 small businesses opened, one selling snacks and rum drinks, another selling coconuts, and people treat the place with a new level of respect. Every time I cross that bridge, I grin, not because I did it, but because we did it together. Next up, we want to separate the waste on site and run the plastic through machines that turn it into useful things. That keeps it out of the landfill and out of the ocean. We're working on it. A year before the pandemic, Adolfo walked our sow to a neighbor for insemination. 9 months later, we had 12 mature pigs. It was time to share with the community our first harvest. I decided I would do the taking. If I'm going to eat meat, I owe the animal my eyes. With Adolfo and Casimiro guiding me, we did it carefully and with respect. I said a prayer and thanked the animal for what it would give us. As the sun came up, smoke lifted through the mist, and the place felt alive. The bees were already at work, steady as ever. In the quiet, I heard what the shamans and the ayahuasca tried to teach me. Everything is connected, and the only thing that truly matters is love. Love for the land, for each other, and for the life we took with gratitude. Then the world hit pause. Cabarete slowed to a crawl, and everything felt gray. I paddled out at Encuentro and let the ocean reset me. 2 waves, 1 breath, a bit of peace. I drove straight to the farm and walked into the apiary without a suit. I wanted a handful of stings. Call it bee medicine for the soul. I got 5. Inside those hives, there was no pandemic, just 400,000 bees working together like always. I settled into the hammock and opened a book I'd ignored for months. The page I landed on told a story about a man drifting to a microphone tree in the Amazon, where every word is amplified for the jungle. He peeks inside and finds thousands of tiny black and yellow beings, the bee people, building a more harmonious world. I closed the book, listened to the rain, and took the best nap I'd had in months. You can't control the wind, but you can adjust your sails. If your soul has been shouting over the noise, come to Madre Vieja, swim the aqua-green, help us keep the bridge clean, harvest what we grow, listen to bachata at a reasonable volume, meet the bees, eat well, live better. Before we get overwhelmed and forget, let's practice real living. together.